everybody, Backyard Bullion here, coming to you today with a very cool video indeed. We have here a very large pile of Tetris pieces. There's something like 85 Tetris pieces out on the table here that I've been making over the last couple of weeks. Really has been a very, very popular item. I unveiled this a few weeks ago on a Sunday video, and a lot of you were incredibly keen on picking up a Tetris set. So massive thank you to all of the support if you've purchased one of these via my website or via the Silver Forum. You know, I'm really blown away by the support. And they are still available. I'm making them to order specifically though. I'm not going to be making any of these just for stock because they are very time consuming to make. You know, each individual piece has to be poured, and they're pretty tricky to pour. When you're pouring small pieces, it can often be over-poured, under-poured, or not quite right, you know, come over the edges of the mould and everything. So lots to factor in when making these, as well as they are all individually stamped and hallmarked. So if I show you these two pieces here, each and every one of these has been hand-stamped with its weight, and also with the hallmark, and the hallmark has gone up to Edinburgh Assay Office, so each of these have been assay tested and made sure that they are real 999 silver. So lots of energy and effort goes into them, but none more so than the creation of these absolutely amazing display frames, which were handmade by none other than my dad. And I have to give my dad a huge and massive thank you here, because he's done an absolutely amazing job. I think one of the most sort of taxing things about hand-poured silver and hand-poured silver production is that ultimately a lot of the stuff that I will make and a lot of the stuff that lots of other people make within the community will end up in a community box or in a safe or just locked away somewhere, and you know, it won't necessarily see the light of day for a very long time. So it's nice to be able to create something which has kind of a display box and it has a, you know, a bit of you know, uniqueness around it, something that's different that you can actually have and enjoy and play with. And let me tell you, it's really satisfying. It's also quite taxing. You can see, probably some of you are screaming at the screen right now, telling me where to put certain pieces. But you know, it is a particularly challenging sort of puzzle to put together. Now, when these are sold, they are sold with an exact kind of frame of pieces, so it won't necessarily be this configuration of pieces, but the configuration that you will have will fit in a 10 by 10 frame. And let me tell you, it is a very tricky thing to take that apart and put it back together to make them all fit, because you'll think you're getting really close, but then you'll get to the end of the piece, end of the whole set, and you'll realise that the piece that you have left does not fit in the same way. Of course, you could cheat and turn it the other way around, but I like to have the challenge of all of them facing the right way, which is of course you know, the way that I have designed it. So if you enjoy a kind of brain-teasing puzzle, as well as, you know, throwback memories to your childhood of playing Tetris — I know I have those memories of playing Tetris when I was younger — then look no further, because this is a very fun puzzle board set to play with. And that's really cool in of itself. So you know, I've only got my dad to thank for that, because these boards, these display boards made of you know, English oak — my dad is a master woodsman, or woods craftsman I should say, he's not a woodsman, although he has chopped a fair amount of trees down in his time as well. But he's done a fantastic job on these, and I think I need to give him a special thanks, and so do you guys as well. I know he watches some of my videos and comments on them occasionally, so please make sure that you give him a big thank you, because he definitely deserves it for creating these, as well as those wooden globes as well. He created all of those boards too. So you can see here, there we go. Now I've got the luxury of being able to choose from a large pile of pieces to be able to finish the set there, but it was looking a bit dicey to find the right shaped piece. So yeah, these are really very cool indeed, and I think it sort of signifies a step in the direction that I want to take Backyard Bullion. You know, I enjoy making all of the sort of hand-pulled pieces which I've created, but I have to say, over the last couple of weeks, over this last month or so, I've really enjoyed creating these new types of products with these display boards. So we had the Silver Globes go live last weekend, and they were you know, an instant hit, massive sellout within 3 hours. So huge thank you again to the community for supporting that. And you know, I think that's just testament that we've just sort of found something here which is different. You know, having these display boards is, I think, a really good, unique selling point for you know, these pieces of silver, and it's definitely something that I want to explore more of into the future. because I think having something that's unique and fun, and something that you can actually get some, you know, some actual kind of enjoyment out of in terms of playing a game like this. You know, that is a really cool thing in of its own right. So now we are struggling a little bit. No, well, maybe we're not. We'll see how we get on. But yeah, so let me know your thoughts. Are there any other types of games out there that you'd like to see replicated or created in poured silver? So now you see we're up the Brown Creek without a paddle because we don't have one of the right orientation L pieces. So I could fiddle around with all of these to try and make them all fit, but I'm not going to right now. But I'd love to know what you think about this kind of set type situation. It does obviously take a lot more time and energy to create things like this, but ultimately I think it's a really cool thing to do and to be able to create. So do let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. I've got a few other plans for the rest of the year which will involve using my dad to create some cool new display boards, but I really do like the way that we can create these display boards, have them there as something that can be admired out in the open rather than just locked away in a safe. But yeah, anyway, I'd love to know your thoughts. I start to ramble. If you do want one of these, as I said, they are available. I will make them to order only, so please do go over to my website backyardbullion.com and you can find out all of the information there. Shipping is included in the prices if you choose the free shipping option, and these Tetris pieces come in different sizes. In terms of the display boards, we have a 9-piece display board as well as a 25-piece display board. Theoretically, you can do any square number, so if somebody wanted a mammoth set, a 36-piece set or a 49-piece set, then please do get in touch and we can talk about that. It will be quite a mission to create those, let me tell you, but at the same time it would be pretty amazing to have a kind of 49-piece set all in a display box. But that's something that my dad hasn't encountered yet as to how to make, so that would be an interesting process to follow. But yeah, so the other thing I wanted to talk about as well is that I appreciate that these are bits of premium silver, so they're not going to be the cheapest pieces of silver out there. You know, there's reasons for that. It's very time consuming to make these. Of course, the wooden frames don't cost nothing to produce as well. It's made from really nice high quality English oak, and of course my dad you know, has a lot of time and energy and labour involved in these as well. And to that end, if you are interested in the in sort of joining what I have deemed to call the Backyard Bullion Monthly Tetris Club, whereby you can do a sort of payment plan and have 1, 2, 3, however many pieces you want per month to fit your budget, and then at the end of that process there'd be an incentive by which you would get a free board or a free piece to complete your set. You'd end up paying the same amount over time as you would for one of these larger sets, but it would be obviously just one piece at a time, so you don't have to lump up the whole sum up front. All of the information about the monthly Tetris Club is down on the Silver Forum. I've put a link to it down below. You can go check that out and get in touch if you want. It's probably going to be best to work it if you're in the UK, because I can post those items to you relatively cheaply. If you're outside of the UK, then it's not really going to work, because I'm going to have to obviously post things internationally one at a time, and that's going to cost quite a lot of money. But theoretically, if you wanted to buy them one piece at a time, you can. That is a possibility, certainly. So let me know your thoughts. I really would love to hear what you think about them and these sets and these boards. Please do tell my dad down in the comment section if you like the boards and if you like his handicraft, because I know he'll be dead chuffed to see some of the feedback that you guys would be able to give him. Otherwise, if you liked this video, please put a thumbs up on it and share it around on your social media. That would be very helpful for everything that I do here on my channel. Tomorrow we have a hand-poured silver pouring compilation. So I've got a load of my old Ripple pieces which I've been working on over these last couple of months, and I haven't done a pouring compilation in a long time, so those will be shared tomorrow. Some of them have already been sold. In fact, a lot of them have already been sold, because we're quite a long way behind in the sort of video update. But if you like hand-poured silver, if you like watching that molten silver come out of the crucible and into the molds, then tomorrow is definitely a video for you. So make sure you hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss out, and if you hit the little alarm bell, you'll get a notification when that video goes live as well. Otherwise, that's all I have to say for today. I hope you all have a fantastic weekend. Thank you so much for watching, and please make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe for more.